Well, that was the best 40 minutes of my life.
Most nervous I've ever been. Hey, glad he didn't see my phone screen.
Not bad for a fat guy.
What up, Clubhouse? It's Benny Polizzi and Joey Molinaro on this week's TG. Did they have another guest on? And was it Brady Quinn? Maybe. Did they talk about the party they went to that got busted by the cops? No, because it's not a high school podcast. Did they talk about LeBron James? No, because it's not a sports podcast. Wait. But did they remember the times they were hunty with their high school girlfriends? No, because it's not a reminiscent podcast. Let's start the show. TG 196.
196, and we got a bag of tricks for you.
Right? Sure do. We're in the mix.
We really do, though, because we have the legend, the hottest quarterback of all time.
In the
guy
world.
We talk about every week.
Your mom's
Brady
favorite
Quinn.
QB. BQ. The president.
Brady Quinn on the show this week. We got him. For the YouTube viewers, hey, man, get over there.
Get
These
ready.
guys LOL on YouTube because you're going to want to see him because he's got the pearly whites and he's got the jacked shoulders and he's got the American flag in the back. He's got the whole thing. And what a fun. It was awesome. I'm just like over the moon about it. Just
Too
so
scared to ask, but I think that hairline's real.
For sure. See, that's the thing is like Brady Quinn is just the guy that in the Disney movie everybody loves, but then there's like those few people that are like, God, man, this guy has everything. He just does, my parents like him more than they like me. Like he's that guy.
From the goalpost to Brady Quinn picture. Oh my God. Hold on.
Hey, hottest senior picks of all time? Okay. He's like he doesn't listen to this show. He's gonna listen back to this.
He's gonna be like, what podcast was that? You know that one guy lives close to West Hollywood, but I didn't know what I was getting into with those guys.
Yeah, so hey, we're continuing off of Micah Hyde last week. Plan, just get the hottest guys ever on.
Gotta get girls to listen and watch somehow. I don't know what they're talking about, but they have like hot guys on.
So if you have any suggestions of other hot former athletes or current athletes that you think would be good combos, we're just trying to hit on all demos here.
Mixed guys, hot jack dudes. I mean, we're into it too. It's not like we're taking one for the team. We'd love to talk to them.
Yeah, we talked to Brady Quinn for about 40 minutes, and I think at least 18 of them were just us telling him how hot he is.
Half the time, I was just staring. I was like, I don't know what this dude's talking about. He was talking about the government. I was like, this guy can talk about anything, and I'll just be locked in. The whole time, I was like, yeah, right, Right.
Yeah, so Brady Quinn was on, and looking forward to you guys hearing that. It was awesome. You know what else is going to be awesome? How about just dropped a new flyer on Sunday? These guys in Times Square, these guys in New York City.
Okay.
Podcast.
Okay.
Reloaded.
The days are on air. September 1st. Gramercy. Bring pity to the city. First comment on our new flyer, bringing my girlfriend who hates the podcast. That's what I'm talking about. Bring him. Come on. Sell them out, baby. Wear the jerseys, buy the merch. We're going to be in there doing everything, man. Get your tickies September 1st. These guys live, New York.
It's a Big Apple, and we're taking a bite out of it, baby.
Right. We'll be bobbing.
Hey, it'll be fall time.
I know.
Honey, green apple crisp, honey.
Hi, Hunty. I like a caramel apple. Do you want to split one with me, Hunty?
Wow. Hunty bobbing for apples?
Yeah.
Short-circuiting when his head goes in the water? Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah,
We be
the whole
bobbing.
goal the whole goal of it is just like how it was Chicago last year. It's like it was just a split of like, and then afterwards when we were all hanging out, it was just like a group of guys who are all giddy to be sitting together talking about like 2002 St. Louis Rams roster, and then like 4 of their girlfriend, spouses, partners that they brought who are just like, I don't know who you are. Like literally would say that to us. So we're like, okay, I'll take another beer. And we're talking about Ricky Prohl. I mean, that's the goal. That's the goal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bring them out. Bring them out. They'll get it. No, they won't. But
no, they won't. It's okay.
One day.
It's okay because Station gets it.
We'll see you there September 1st, babe.
Hey, dude, I wanted to get your thoughts, your opinion on the Odyssey.
Oh, yo.
Because hold on, before you go, no, before you go, I'm going to try to go this week. But before you go, we hop off our show last week, get done recording, and Ben's like, "You're going to be proud of me, man." And I'm like, "All right, what's this?" He's like, "About to go see the Odyssey in IMAX." And I was like,
"Yeah,
Ben being a movie guy, that's the thing I'll give you credit for, man. Is that you're not into like sitting and watching a bunch of shit, but like you will go venture for a big movie. You'll be locked in.
Oh yeah. I'm about it. Like I know when there's hype and there's like a different kind of hype for this movie, I'll go watch it. But I didn't really know. I'm not real familiar with like the backstory or like Troy or like I kind of didn't know what I was getting into. Honestly, we probably read it in high school 30,000 times. I wasn't listening, but. Like, dude, but it's like a 5-hour long movie. Didn't know that either. But I don't know. The whole thing was, I mean, it was a roller coaster, but it was good. And I was like, dude, I think I cried 3 times during it, and I didn't even really know what was going on. Yeah, but I was like picking up. It is, dude. But I was like thinking about my life during it. Like it'll like make you. It was good. There's some deep cuts in there with quotes and like things they were doing. Like I know about the Trojan horse and stuff like that. Like they really put that. They did a good job with that. Yeah, there's a lot of parts in there that I'm like, oh shit. But it was good.
So
it was good.
is it one of those that is it a workout movie? And what I mean by that is it like a Rocky IV? Is it like, because you said something that like deep cut where it's like, it'll get you emotional, get you motivated. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking like sometimes, when you need a little bit of that, you go to Rocky IV when Duke is saying, he's not a machine, he's a man. And you're like, it gets you fired up, right? For that fight. He's cut. And it's a bad cut. Sometimes you go to that.
That shit's hard.
Right?
It's more of a mental one. Like it's more of a mental workout. Like there's some quotes in there that I was like, oh my God. Like I needed to, like I looked it up after the movie. I was like, what did he say? Because it like cut so deep during it. I was like, that is exactly what I'm feeling right now about this situation I'm in. Or like I was thinking about stand up a lot. And I was like, God, I need to do that. I need to get my shit together. It was like that. It wasn't like, dude, I need to go like work out after this. Or like I need to, it wasn't like a physically motivating movie, but it was more like, more mental work. Yeah. Dude, there was a ton of quotes in this thing. I mean, obviously, but
so a lot of Jalen Hurts Instagram captions coming up this season.
Yeah, dude. Maybe even beyond. I don't know how you can top Jalen Hurts. Maybe Jalen Hurts wrote that movie to his name first on the credits. Honestly.
Oh, all right. So yeah, I'm planning on going to see it. I'm hoping to go see it this week. It's just tough because it's for me, I mean, it's tough for everybody. I'm not breaking any news here, but in my situation, it's like, all right, I can't really go see it during the day because it's like that's not work, and then I guess I could make it work, but I can't just ditch the wife and the kids to go off and see a movie. So then you're like trying to do it after bedtime or some shit, but then it's like if it's a 9:00 show,
too late.
Like, you're not getting out of there till 1 a.m. and I'm like, man, my clock will be all messed up. So
that's what I did. Tough, that's what I did. We went at like 9 p.m. Like, we'll get home at midnight. It was like 1:48 when we got home. I was like, damn,
dude.
But I've been catching some heat. I put out a tweet and I said, watching a movie during the day is the most depressing thing of all time. And I was talking about just watching it at your house, and a bunch of people are like, dude, no. They thought I was talking about like going to the movies in the middle of the day. I don't think that'd be too bad if you did that at like 10 a.m.
Yeah, dude, took the kids to see Toy Story 5 at like 12:30 p.m., 20% off for a daytime matinee, literally 3 other people in the theater. So I didn't feel bad if they, Frankie, had to lean over and ask, because he's big, like wants to ask every question right now. So I was like, man, I can't have you in the theater and there's people and like they're trying to watch, but they did a really good job. But yeah, when I saw you post that, I was like, I mean, I get where he's like trying to go to with that, but I did disagree, because I'm like, dude, the amount of times I just throw on some bullshit movie during the day while I'm like working on my laptop, or like if the kids are going crazy and I'm like, hey, how about a movie for a little bit? Let's watch Bug's Life. Yeah, it's like it gets you through the day sometimes.
Different.
And then when you're going to the movies, yeah, it is. It's like it's a nice little like retreat from being outside in the hot and you're cold and it's 20% off. So I like it.
Yeah, when you have kids, movies are everything. But like, I don't know. I'm always I'll always be ESPN 6 volume. Just in case some like LeBron trade, you know what I mean? Like I just want to hear that.
Hey, and that is why he is a pro, because that is what we call in this business a segue. LeBron James to Philadelphia, huh?
Hey, kind of like it. Yeah.
Hey, putting the cowherd cap on here. Doesn't it feel kind of weird?
Come on.
LeBron to the Sixers, it kind of feels like when there was a girl in high school and college, you just couldn't land. You tried everything, flowers in the locker, candy, asking her out on a date, trying to woo her, wasn't interested. She spurned you 3, 4, 5 times. I'm done with her. But Kellen, she loves me. And then you meet her at a bar when you're 23, and the first sign of attention she gives you, oh, I'm in love again. What happened to when she left you out the altar when you were 18? It's hard. You know what I'm saying, though? Like
tables have turned, babe.
It's just like I felt, because there was all those rumors, the bullshit online about like speculation, LeBron's relationship with Tyrese Halliburton. The Pacers have a roster that could, so you let yourself kind of be like, maybe.
I always think that too. Like, but I'm like, there's no way you ever go to the
right.
Not a local pod.
Not a local pod. No way you'd go to the Pacers. But I did find myself being in a weird juxtaposition, because I would wonder, okay, let's just say if it did happen, I would kind of feel weird rooting for him, because I spent so long hating him.
Yeah. I mean, he's part of the boys, though. Like, he's all in.
I know, but that's where I'm wondering about where, like, Philly is right now, because, hey, Philly had to go through him with Cleveland and Miami, just like the Pacers when he was with Cleveland and Miami going through the East. Like, you hated LeBron because you knew you're never going to get by. You knew you were never going to get by him. You knew at the end of the day, no matter how good your team was, you're not getting by LeBron and the Heat, LeBron and the Cavs. And so you're just like, God, man, I can't stand you. Go away. And then the first time he comes and he's like on your team, you're like, the king has returned. I'm putting on the crown. It's just weird.
I've always seen LeBron like a different way, where I never like, hey, I've always been team LeBron. I don't know if that's just because I'm not like totally like a Pacers fan, like I am, but like, he's a good guy, man. Like any team he goes to, I'm like, well, yeah, dude, I'm all in. Dude.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't give a damn if he's a good guy. I know he is a good guy. I'm sure he's a good guy. But it's like, I'm talking about when your team is trying to go and win a Larry O'Brien trophy and you haven't seen him win, and LeBron is just in the way. And then now all of a sudden, it just goes back to Seinfeld's bit about sports fandom. It's like, you're rooting for laundry, I mean, LeBron's wearing the Heat's jersey and you're like, fuck him.
Dude, if Bron went to the Pacers, bro, you'd have a King James Pacers jersey. You'd have a Molinaro Pacers jersey number 23. Molinaro James.
I think that's where like it. Yeah, there's just something in the water that comes with when LeBron signs to your team, that he's just everybody becomes one of those just absolutely insufferable internet LeBron fans that like changes their avatar and their handle to like King James follower.
Go.
Yeah, like
kind of like when Rodgers went to the Steelers. Like you, for the first little bit, you're like, I don't know, but then like you came around, you're like, that's our QB.
Yeah, not the same though, because like yes, Rodgers beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl 15 years ago, but like he was never somebody that I was concerned with, because I was like, okay, if we meet him in the Super Bowl again, then I'll worry about it. But like. It wasn't one of those that he wasn't he wasn't deterring our path to the Super Bowl. So it was always just like out of sight, out of mind. And I'm kind of like you with LeBron, with Aaron Rodgers. I was always just kind of like, yeah, like he's,
he can go anywhere and we'll like him.
My sister hates him. She thinks he's a douche, but like I think he's kind of funny with how petty he is. And like I know he knows that it's a game that he's playing, and I think it's kind of funny. Mm-hmm. And then he signs with the Steelers, and I kind of like went all in on the bit with it. I was like, all right, let's do it. And now I love it. Like now I'm super pumped that he is, coming back for year 2. Cause like 1 year you feel like it's like a blip of, we could just kind of erase that didn't happen. But 2 years, it's 2-year relationship is different than a 1-year relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's in. 1 year, he means it.
1-year relationship, yeah, you're like taking her out to St. Elmo, not a local pod. You're taking her out to a nice dinner, but 2 years, you're thinking about ring shopping. Like it's a different level.
I'm going to Christmas. Like this is real life.
Yeah, dude.
Buying your mom something. Like this is, I love you. I love you.
We're starting to talk about our future. What kind of house are we going to have?
What kind of wedding?
Hey, yeah, you have a few too many drinks. What are we going to name our baby?
Hey, I have a list in my phone.
How do you feel about Friarmouth? I mean,
oh, that's weird. Why do you want to name our son Percy Harvin, all one word?
It keeps coming back.
Why do you want to name our son Brady? No reason.
Show him.
No reason. There's no reason I want to name our son Brady. That's crazy. Yeah,
hey,
bro.
If that picture was happening in 2026 of a quarterback who is going, if that was Arch Manning, people would be like, that's AI. That's bullshit. That's not real.
This was taken on a pink razor in 2004.
Yeah. And then Notre Dame dorms.
And those shorts go down to here, bro.
No, dude, you know where that is? Hold it back up. That picture is taken in a hotel room across the street from the beach at PCB in spring break of 2004. That's where that picture is taken.
He had like 6 beads around his neck. He threw them all off and just saw racks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
BQ.
No, he didn't even need to throw them. He didn't even need to throw them. It just happened. Should we get to him?
Best hair in college football history. We'll see.
Let's do it. Here he is, Brady Quinn.
BQ.
Here he is, our second guest on These Guys, joining the clubhouse. He was a 4-year starter at Notre Dame, the Maxwell Award winner, Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award winner, brought home the Sammy Ball Trophy, third-team All-American in 2005, second-team All-American in 06, first-round draft pick in 07. Now, we watch him every Saturday during the fall on Fox. Big noon kickoff. He's the guy your mom, sister, and girlfriend all had a crush on. It's Brady Quinn. Brady, thanks for being here, man.
Welcome, Mr. President.
Yeah, thank you for the wonderful introduction. You did leave off, though. I'm one of those names that gets thrown out when guys are just kind of hanging out and they're talking about where like an NFL player went to college. I'm one of those guys that gets thrown into the mix there too. So
yeah, every single day in this household.
when Ben came out with that, I can't tell you how many text messages I got. They're like, "Have you seen this?" I was like, "Yes, you're like guy, 1,000 person." Yeah, I'm one of those guys now. So there we go.
Wait, fill me in. I must have missed this. Ben, you did this during stand-up, doing Brady Quinn from, and then somebody was that what we're doing?
Oh yeah.
I just thought that. See, I mean, Brady, we both grew up Southside Indy Catholic school kids, so you're like literally Jesus Christ in our backyard. Like of course everybody knows Brady Quinn went to Notre Dame. What are we talking about? I didn't realize that was something you could do. Brady Quinn from I didn't realize that.
Well, what's awesome about that is it is so relatable because I can't tell you how many times like you'll be sitting there talking about, and it could be any sport really, but like football too. Like, hey man, where that guy go to school? Or like, what do you run a 40 at the combine? Like, it's like weird.
There it is.
There's like weird times where you're like, oh, didn't that guy run like a 4.29? Like super fast. Like, I don't know why. It's just something that guys do. So Ben, it was one of the more like relatable skits or pieces of comedy that I've seen.
It's due to astrology. Like they've got their moon signs. We've got how many reps did he put up at the combine? And speaking of that, can you still put up 24?
Oh God, I don't think so anymore. Although I've got like three little girls.
Yes.
I got 3 little girls. So I will say this. I don't know why, but I have no reason to lift weights other than I'm a meathead at heart. My dad was a Marine. So like at a very young age, like I started kind of working out, and I got 3 little girls. So I will put up 315 once, maybe if not twice, once a month, just to make sure I can still do it.
See
and
where
it's like
we're
a
at.
bet with my and then I'll deadlift somewhere, 415, 450, somewhere in there for a couple
That's
reps.
crazy.
I'm like, all right, can I like still get this done? Because I gotta keep that dad strength, man. Like I don't have a gun rack like right near our front door.
Yeah, you do.
But in all seriousness, like my oldest daughter turns 10. Like I've got a little time, but like I got to keep it together for them.
We need you to start posting those. Like the Brady Quinn annual weekly 315 that needs to go on Instagram.
I don't know why. And you guys obviously do a tremendous job of this. I just have a really hard time sharing like my private time, my personal time, even family stuff. Like my wife's a lot better than I am about that. I don't know. I just like keeping it to myself. Or I guess my first reaction is not like, oh, I should like put this on something. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I feel like I'm a maniac when I work out. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Like that's like I can't lift in a public place. I really can't do
I don't know,
what
man.
I want to do.
People watch this dude eat rotisserie chicken on live streams and shit. Like you'd be surprised at what people will watch.
Dude, all our moms.
That is true.
All our moms want to see you work out. And when I say all our moms, I just mean me and Joey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's funny. Last week we had Micah Hyde, former Buffalo Bill. He's just got it all going on. Now we have you on. So we're really just trying to get the lady demographic to come over and be able to follow this show. But you said that you said your dad was a Marine, which I wasn't too familiar with. You've got the American flag behind you. And in my research on you, I didn't realize that you were a political science major at Notre Dame. So are you going to be the governor of Ohio? Like you and Jim Tressel, you're going to be governor, lieutenant governor?
That'd be great.
I have no political aspirations at this point in time in my life. But I've got a strong passion for those that have served. Obviously, my father served, as you said. My grandfather served on his side. My grandfather on the other side had served. So there's been a lot of family members who have served in the military. So I've got a foundation that works with vets, and it's always been something I'm kind of passionate about. If I didn't have football or sports, probably would have went into one of the academies. I went that route, but it's kind of my way of giving back. And on like a serious note, like I've always felt guilty. Like there's a lot of times where you'll be out at training camp, and it could be college, could be the NFL, and you meet guys who are going to risk their life so you can play like a sport as a profession. That always blew my mind. Like I kind of came back always thinking to myself, like, how lucky am I? But even more so, like I felt guilty. And so one of the things that I think was like entrenched in me, like I just wanted to give back in some way. So that's kind of what that's been about.
Yeah, I mean, puts in perspective. Like you mentioned, I mean, I'm a father of 2. You've got kids, so fatherhood, and then people who are active military who are doing that. You kind of, you look at it and you're like, why am I for my case? I'm like, why am I so pissed off about a video didn't do well? And you're like, why am I getting pissed off that I can't read cover 3, cover 2, or whatever it is? Perspective gets put in there a little bit.
I'm over here stealing valor. Actively stealing valor.
Way to go, asshole.
My bad.
Jeez. No, that's awesome though, man. That's great. I want to go back in the time machine again here a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's say it's 2005.
Okay.
You and the Irish just put a beat down on Penn State or Tennessee or something at Notre Dame Stadium.
Okay.
It's after the game. You're having a house party or a dorm party at Notre Dame.
Okay.
What song is Brady Quinn? What CD and what song is Brady Quinn putting on at that party in 05?
No.
Is it CDs or is it aux cord at this time?
We would have had MP3s. It would, a term that no one's used probably since 2005. But
MP3, like an MP3 player.
I think, I don't know, man. Well, actually, I don't know. Now I'm second guessing that. So, because we would have had back then, like I remember the camera phone, the original Razor flip phone came out like in 06. And so I don't know that we did have an iPod yet, but I feel like we might have had something that had MP3s. So and maybe it was a CD, but I think we could have had some MP3s back then. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't know. Actually, this isn't the album this song would have for sure been playing. Someone the other day was asking me, like, what song do you remember the most from in college? And I was like, honestly, Usher, yeah. Like that song, for whatever reason, got played at every club, at every party, at every bar. And it hit, and like everyone got excited about it. It was not my favorite song, but the ladies liked it, so it was fun. Like it
still hits.
I was gonna say, yeah, it still does.
Is it the best song ever? Honestly, can we put it at number one? Like a little bit of me is like, it kind of is.
I mean, look, I think we're all lying if we didn't. I think we're all lying if we didn't say that we tried to replicate Usher's dance moves from that music video in real life, at a dance, at a club, anything. But remember he did the hat flip?
Yeah,
I'm still doing that.
I was probably about 12 drinks deep before I could attempt to do something like that. But
where was this? Linebacker Lounge? Was that Linebacker Lounge?
Oh, no. That was actually so Linebacker was actually off limits for us because this was one of Charlie Weiss's rules when he first got there, was the coaches had to have one bar that they could go to, because obviously there's a conflict. If a player walks in and a coach is there, the coach is in a tough spot. So the rule was Linebacker Lounge, because it was the closest to the coach's offices. That was off limits to us. And we could go anywhere else that we wanted in town. We could not go to Linebacker Lounge. So I had been there a couple of times, but it was mostly after college. And then I think we stayed back in the kitchen one time because we were concerned about some of the coaches being there. So we never actually went into the bar itself. But it was everywhere other than that. Like back then it would have been the library. It would have been Finnegan's. State was pretty popular back then. Trying to think some other spots. I mean,
it's gotten wild up there now, like Eddy Street and all that. Like it totally transformed it from back when I remember going up there when I was in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade in like 07, 08. And then you go up there now and it's like a whole different setup, its own city, right south of the stadium.
It's super nice. I mean, that's what it is. Like when we went there, dude, it was, you were having like parties at Turtle Creek at these, like, no disrespect if someone's still living there, they're still a thing, but like they were not good apartments, man. These things were getting trashed. Or like house parties in like places that were kind of bad areas in town. So
those are the best ones, man. They were house party. Look to your right and you see Tom Zbikowski. You're like, oh my God.
It's like, I feel like you couldn't do that much damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, all right. Like Tommy starts wrestling with someone. Next thing you know, there's a hole in the wall. It's like, it didn't cost that much in the first place. So
starts wrestling with Pat Kuntz, not a local pop.
Kuntz maybe. I always thought like the craziest two guys who would wrestle was Samardzija and Trevor Laws. Like Trevor was a beast. He was a really, really good wrestler. Him and John Sullivan were probably like two of our best wrestlers. Matt Hasbrook, he's an indie guy. He was really good. I think he went to Michigan State first and then transferred to Notre Dame. He was on there for, I think, wrestling. But I think Samardzija used to like wrestle with Trevor and like hold his own, which was like incredible to think about, just the size strength difference. But I mean, Jeff was just a freak, man. He really was.
Just while Yaz playing in the background, those two going at it. I do anything to be there.
That's my heaven. That's what I do when I die.
What's your fantasy? You just
Jeff Samardzija, Tom Zbikowski with Yal in the background and Brady Quinn playing
It
beer
was,
pong.
it was cool back then. It wasn't weird. It wasn't weird. You know, we wouldn't have to say
yeah.
we wouldn't have to say pause after saying that stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm glad Ben and you brought him up because I did want to ask Jeff Samardzija, Tom Zbikowski, who's a cooler white guy?
Oh, you can't really pick because they're
two different
yeah,
spices.
they're very different, but like at the same time, I mean, just incredible athletes, incredible, people. Like the way they both could like turn it on and turn it off. You know what I'm saying? Like work hard, play hard. I mean, Jeff's probably the iron lung. I mean, he could do whatever, whenever, and come in and still whoop everyone's ass in like Saturday morning or early morning conditioning for like, strength training, all this stuff. I mean, Zibby was a freak, obviously, transitioning positions into safety when he first got to Notre Dame and then boxing and everything else. I mean, I think I was his punching bag a couple of times to prepare before some of his his bouts to like prepare for the Madison Square Garden fight. So it was always fun, like seeing these different guys who, Jeff gets drafted, Tommy's boxing professionally. It's pretty cool to see guys who are like able to be a professional at an elite level somewhere else, but also have the ability to do that in two sports. You don't see many teams who like have guys like that, especially white guys, for being honest with ourselves. So.
yeah. You're the punching bag before MSG or before Friday night at Turtle Creek apartments.
No. Like once you start fighting bouts like that, you got to be careful. Like so you can't break it out like that. So I think it was before he had a couple bouts we went to. I just remember one. It was somewhere near Chicago, and like the room was, I don't know how he breathed while he was fighting. It was like being in one of those as you're walking through the terminal, and there's like that small 10x10 room where they let everyone smoke. That's what that ballroom where the room was felt like. And you're just inhaling cigarette smoke from everyone. I beat the crap out of some dude. There might have been once I kind of helped him before that, and then maybe once before he ended up going and taking on the guy at Madison Square Garden. But he's a beast. They both were incredible talents, especially considering like, they took some time off to go away and do that and then come back and play football. It's pretty cool.
Because I remember Samardzija, he didn't really pop off until later on in his career, but you guys got there at the same time, right?
Yeah, we were the same class. It was kind of odd because we had such a good young group. He wasn't on. I don't think he played in the U.S. Army All-American game with us, but there was like a ton of guys who did from our class, like Ambrose Wooden and Victor Abiamari and Travis Thomas and John Sullivan. Greg Olson was originally a part of that group and transferred to Miami. It was really a loaded class. But we ended up kind of starting to turn it on like sophomore, junior year. And then once it actually really came about because of an injury to Raymond McKnight. When Raymond McKnight got hurt, I think in 2005 versus Michigan, he really moved in that spot. Once he did, like he just took off with it and like really kind of ran away with it. So much so to the fact that when Raymond came back the next year, Maurice Stovall graduated, Jeff stayed in that spot. Like they put Rayma at the X or that split end on the backside. And it really changed things for me because really like watching Jeff and Rayma move, they're very smooth, very fluid. You sometimes that X receiver, you kind of want to be like more, not robotic, but a little bit more
possession.
Yeah, and possession, but also just like it's easier to tell their body language. Some of those guys who run like these option routes, it's really hard to like anticipate when they're going to get out on their cut. And if you could, as a quarterback, like a DB could cover them then. So that's one of the reasons why they're so good. And so you kind of have to almost like give it a beat before they get out of the cut before you can throw to them because you don't know when they're going to roll it or like kind of break a guy off because you're so shifty. And they were both like that. So it took us a little bit, I think, to develop like our chemistry with some of the routes that he was asked to do. But it was really a credit to Jeff. Like Jeff did so well his junior year that was kind of like, all right, that's his spot now.
What was your favorite game that you played at Notre Dame? Doesn't have to be the best. It doesn't have to be. Yeah. It's just when you're
a low key one. Yeah.
Just,
I mean, one where you were feeling it could have been against anybody.
One of the ones that was like, I found it highly entertaining from like start to finish. And when I say start to finish, I'll start with the walk from the Basilica to the stadium. So we're playing Tennessee And it would have been in 2005, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, at home. And so we go after the Basilica after we have our mass. And as we were kind of winding through, and at that time, I'd been there for a few years. So like, obviously there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of crowd there. You're kind of saying hi to your friends, family, students, people like that. And we get to a certain spot and this girl just lifts up her shirt and she's like, will you sign them? And I was like, oh, okay. And like all the guys around were like super excited. They're like really like fired up for this. And I was like, all right, I'll sign your jersey. I'm not going to like just sign your breast. So I signed the jersey. We go and walk in. And like one of the biggest things about like the whole game plan was, Coach White's like, we got to get started off fast. And we did, like in every single way. Those guys were amped up, ready to go. And I'd like to think the pair of titties that we saw walking up past that played a large role in that game, jumping out to a lead and then kind of maintaining that through the rest of that game. But that was a fun one. That was just like, we played pretty well offensively. I think Zibby had a punt return. The defense played great. It was just like a whole team win.
I think Tennessee was ranked. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
New pregame speech. Just
there you go.
Young?
I was like, Charlie didn't even say anything. He's like, oh, these guys are ready to go. It's like, all right.
Yeah, bro.
Right. I mean, they're excited, so I'm taking it that it wasn't, like a 60-year-old,
No, they were rather robust. So.
Robust.
Robust breasts.
That's the way to get the boys fired up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was like, maybe I need to like pay for someone just to come in and flash them as we go into the stadium from now on.
Every game. That's gonna be a flasher.
I just like
we can
guys
do that.
Just like cool shit. That's it. We say it all the time. Guys just like cool shit. That's cool. All right, you're an Ohio kid. Very important question here. What's your go-to graders order?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say I usually get a toffee chocolate chip malt. I don't know why. That's just my favorite flavor. I grew up drinking. I was like a really skinny kid when I was young. So my dad used to make me like the old Rocky, like heavyweight Gator 2000 like protein shakes where you crack the egg in it. Chopper used to do that. So
let's go.
Right. I don't know. Now I've got like an addiction to milkshakes. It's like my one vice in life. So that would be my go-to order.
And you got a couple of boys. You gonna do that? You gonna have them on the same program?
We've got two boys. There's our youngest. We probably will. He's
already doing push-ups, bro.
Yeah, he's going through some difficulties of his own right now, but we might have to get him on that plan rather quickly. But if not him, maybe our 3-year-old too, because neither of those two are great eaters. So we're still digging through that.
BP, you got anything? I got some college football questions I want to get in.
You threw a bunch
current
of
ones. Yeah.
Okay. You threw a bunch of bombs in your career to Jeff Samardzija. If you could just throw a bomb to anybody right now, no matter what era of receiver, any team, who would you just want to launch one to? And why would it be Braylon Edwards?
Now, maybe it'd be easy. It'd probably be Braylon because of his celebrations, man. He'd have some like little nice TD celebration. It's tough. Jeff would definitely be up there. It might be Chinadu and Dukeway because that was my receiver growing up and coming out through high school, and he transitioned to play safety. He was a safety with Zibby. So it might be Chinadu. It might be one good old time state throwing one up to him.
You still throw it around? Still?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually helping out volunteer coaching for a middle school team that my nephew AJ's oldest son is playing on. And we've got like 5 guys who all played in college. We've got a coach who coached a long time in the NFL for like 2 decades. So we've got a pretty legit staff. It's kind of coming together late as we like build for the season. But we should be pretty good. Like we've got a pretty good little roster of kids, but there's like these kids are so different nowadays. Like they're starting to hit this upcoming week. And I was like trying to get the kids kind of excited talking to them. And they just looked at me with a blank stare. Like, I don't know if I like this. And I was just like, no, it's
bull in the ring. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm like, remember when you get mad? Like you can just take it out on like the person across from you. And they keep looking at me like, I don't know how I feel about this. I was like, all right, I'm not sure how this is going to go. But I'm more curious than like excited because I don't know. When I was young, like we used to get excited to be able to like tackle. Like I stopped playing soccer because I wanted to tackle someone. I wanted to like hit. And I don't think that's this generation anymore, man.
Do you find, are you already like, are they heavy into kind of how they look, their social media? Like, are they wanting you to, take a picture, do a TikTok dance with them? Like, are we to that point yet? Or are they a little too young?
No, because like all the guys who are helping, I mean, between me and AJ and Freddie Puggett Jr. and Senior, another kid, Brad Carrico, who played off the line at Notre Dame. Like, there's like 5 of us who are like, we would literally like just make them start running laps or something. They started doing that. So
there we go.
There's none of that. And honestly, like, to these kids'
play
credits, these kids, it's funny. Like some of these kids are really serious. Like they like play 7-on-7 year round, so they're like kind of into it, which is kind of cool too because you can like adjust and do stuff on the fly. You'd be like, hey, this time do it like this. And they just do it. And you're like, oh, I would have taken me a couple times to like figure it out. But like these young kids, man, they're smart. I mean, again, I don't know if they're like hitting, but like they're able to adapt and be flexible with things.
You mentioned your brother-in-law, AJ Hawk. I got to ask, since we have you here in person, do we have a tally now going back to January of 2006? Was your sister in the split jersey shown more than you and AJ combined, or do we have a toll on that?
I think so. And we've been trying to have someone like take the time to go back and find a TV copy to actually count up that many times, like mentions and then shots. And I think it'd be pretty close. So I don't know. It's funny every time it gets brought up. She's always like, oh, I never should have done that. I was like, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Like people still remember like 20 years later. So I was like, I mean, how many people can say that anymore?
I was kind of like, I was so hardcore into Notre Dame, but I was kind of like jealous of the jersey. I was like, it's a pretty sick get up. I'm like, how did I was kind of curious how it even like came together.
She put those on the
I was like, damn,
well, she got the idea from seeing like Nelly with a split jersey in a rap video. So really all credit goes to Nelly and the Saint Lunatics for the split jersey idea. So that's where it started. I know.
That's awesome.
Which was amazing too, because I was thinking about like TV back then, like some of those like late night Nelly rap videos, like R-rated, or X-rated. Like I remember seeing stuff. I'm like, damn.
Tip drill.
That could actually be. Thank you.
That's what you were. We figured out what he was listening to at the party. We figured it out.
The lyrics too. The lyrics too. I was like, all right. I mean,
not talking about robust breasts on tip drill. Not.
No.
Oh man, look, dude. I know it's late on a Sunday night, and can't thank you enough for hopping on here. And because I know you got my wife's doing bedtime with the kids as we speak, so I'm sure you're going through the same stuff. So don't want to take up too much of your time, but I know I had to at least get some current college football. We can just do them kind of rapid fire here with you real quick. Get the Fox Big Noon Kickoff, Brady Quinn, here with us to kind of see what we think about the 2026 season here upcoming, because it's right here. I mean, we're starting training camps this week and we're going, baby. So here we go. All right. 2026 Heisman winner.
I mean, it sounds biased, but I'll say CJ Carr. I mean, think about it, right? Like this award's going to be decided by the end of basically the regular season and conference championship weekend. So if you look at their schedule, I think too, if you look at like how their offense is constructed, you lose Jadarian Price and Jeremiah Love. They bring in a couple wide receivers from Ohio State with what they already have with Greathouse and Faison. I just think this is going to be an offense this year that's going to throw probably more to open up some of the run. I mean, don't get me wrong, they'll be balanced, but that's going to be one of the biggest differences is it's going to be like the CJ Carr show in my mind. Second year as a starter, second year in the system. He's going to have such good familiarity with all of that. And I think they're going to trust him a lot more too. And they're going to have to, because I don't know that and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know that there's a guy like a Jeremiah Love on the roster who can break off an 80-yard, 90-yard run like that. Right. Or Jadarian Price for that matter. So I think if you look at their schedule, they should run the table. And with the talent they have, the way he can sling it, man, especially downfield, he would be the first one that I could think of, first one that I'd say like that'd be my odds on favorite. I know it's chalky, and people say it's biased, but I think the world of this kid. I've watched all these kids who are coming and getting ready to be draft eligible next year. He's the guy that stands out to me the most, that has the most easily getting that transfers to the NFL level. Yeah.
Do you guys, does he reach out to you? Is there like a Notre Dame fraternity of quarterbacks that you have gotten advice and given advice? Yeah.
Yeah, I ran into him a couple times before when he was being recruited, and kind of, been through, like, I knew the family. So his grandfather was Lloyd Carr, and he recruited me. And so I got to know the family a little bit with some of their charitable endeavors. Obviously, tragic stuff that happened with his brother. So just everything he's about. Like, I've got to know him and his family for a while now. So again, it's just, he to me checks off every box, and he'd be the guy that I'd be putting my money on right now.
He put on some size in the offseason. Did you put him on the Brady Quinn milkshake diet, or was it?
First off, is that like a social media thing? Even Dak Prescott looked jacked up. I'm like, I don't know. This is real.
I can't tell if that's AI or not.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I was like, oof.
I know.
I got.
Dude, Ben's getting jacked up. If people want to start saying that about you, Ben.
Trying.
Milkshakes.
All milkshakes.
They have been since 2009. Trust me. I've known them forever. It's all we've ever talked about.
It's all because of you, bro. It really is. You're the reason I work out.
Who will be the IU of 2026?
I would say IU. I don't know if you're going to find a team that
maybe not run the table historic, win the national championship, but just
surprise team.
Like when you say the IU of 2026, it's like, we got to remember, this was like literally one of the worst teams ever in like college football history. That turnaround is the greatest turnaround in sports, not just like college football, like all of sports. If anyone understands how bad Indiana football was for the entirety of its program's history. So it's hard to think of like Mississippi State. It's like that's not going to happen. I would say a team that no one talks about this year that I'm really curious about is Penn State's the first one. They've got a relatively easy schedule. There's a lot of guys that came with Matt Campbell. I have a ton of respect for him as a coach. I like Rocco Beck. I think he's a good player, obviously incredibly experienced. So that's a team that I'm kind of like keeping my eye on to see what they can do, because no one's talking about them enough. From the SEC, look, there's going to be a lot of pressure on a team like LSU. I just, I would buy into like what they look like from an offensive standpoint. I just don't know defensively how good they'll be. But like if you're breaking down the SEC, like I wouldn't put them up there versus the tops of like the Georgias, the Alabamas, the Texas, as far as what those teams are going to look like this year. So I don't know if those are like dark horse enough for you, but there's a couple of teams kind of flying under the radar like that. Like those are the two that I'd kind of touch on.
Number of items thrown at Lane Kiffin in his return to Ole Miss.
Yo.
I mean, he already called for it, right? Like, did he say he wanted to see what golf balls or whatever they said?
Well, they did it to him at Tennessee like 5 years ago when he went back with Ole Miss. So I don't know. Let's set the line at 14.5.
Probably some jugs of hottie toddy. I'm saying there's going to be a lot of various things thrown at him. I mean, and look, maybe there's some broken hearts too. Maybe there's some bras or panties or something too from what he left behind there. There you go. Yeah. He might get some robustness coming his way.
Hey, now we're talking.
Watch out. They're like, hey, let's get this guy distracted. We know it'll do the trick.
Yeah.
Number of Ohio State games Big Noon Kickoff does this year.
I mean, I can only give you one, and that's Ohio State, Michigan, because that's all we've announced so far. So that's the only one I can say right now. But we'll see. We'll see.
Let's over 4.5. I'll go over 4.5 for sure. Will Alabama make the college football playoff?
When I'm gonna say no. I think their schedule's gonna be too tough. Still trying to figure out who the quarterback's gonna be. I always feel like that's tough. Like coming into training camp, it's always better when you've got like it's solidified who it's going to be, and it just helps the offense adjust. I mean, because two things are going to happen: either you go into the year and you eventually get it, but then like it takes the offense a while to get going because that guy just really got all of the first team reps, can start preparing, or it doesn't work out. Then you're making a switch, and then it takes that a little time to get going again too. So I kind of hate that. Like maybe it's just my bias of being a quarterback, but that's one of my things coming into the season. If I was like a betting man, I would just look at all the teams that have quarterbacks who are returning. Like I don't need to rock the ship with that whole thing and how that can impact the locker room.
Last one. Everybody's got to ask it. National championship matchup and the winner.
Oh, baby.
I'm gonna say. I'm going to say Notre Dame versus Texas. And I'm going to say that Notre Dame wins it first time since 1988. And Notre Dame, Texas. And so now it makes, it's going to make whether or not Texas wants to play Notre Dame next year really interesting. Because obviously Steve Sarkisian's not quite sure if if he wants to play that game. So I would love to see that happen, obviously. But I think I'm not just saying that. Like Notre Dame returns more guys on defense than almost anyone in the country as far as the experience. They're healthy. They have the best cornerback in the country and Leonard Moore. Their secondary is ridiculous. I mean, the only question marks they really got is who's going to step up and running back and, the tight end spot, maybe you'd say a little bit, but their schedule is soft to get in the playoff. So this is as dangerous of a team as anyone. So I'm going to say ND.
The national championship stays in the state of Indiana. Man, 2 blue bloods. What a story that would be. Holy cow. Texas, Notre Dame. Manning versus Carr. Woo!
Oh,
that'd be pretty sweet.
Fired up.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Gets me fired
That'd be
up.
pretty
That gets
sweet.
me what I've been dubbing. That gets me football horny. That's what it gets me. Right? All right. Brady, I took up enough of your time, man. This was so fun. Obviously, like I said, as 2 fellas who grew up on the south side of Indy, you have been in our lives for a very long time, so it's very cool to get to talk to you, and can't thank you enough, pal.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on. Hopefully we can get together sometime in person soon. Do you guys travel out to games?
Just depends on what's going on with our different schedules of like Ben's shows and what deals I get. But yeah, I mean,
Ben, how often are you out there being nice, catcalling? Like how
every weekend.
I was gonna say,
come out here to LA. You'll hear me.
I did. That's that. When I see you next, that's what I want to do. I want to stand there with you. Just
let's
be
go,
nice,
bro. Are you? If you're being for real, we got it.
100%. 100%.
Shit, I'll fly out to that. And then, Fox is always in Indy for the Big Ten championship, right?
That's right. And we'll for sure be there this year too for it. So plan on that.
That's my backyard. I mean, I live
there. You go,
right down the street. So, all right. Hey, good luck this year, man. Can't wait to watch on Fox, and appreciate you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Later, man.
Awesome.
BQ. Meet me at BQ.
Dude,
I need cool traits to BQ.
About that. Fuck, should ask him about that. Next
what?
Time. We'll get it back on.
You did. You did the Grader's ice cream thing.
No, I know, but like, if things would if NIL would have been around today, or if NIL would have been around back then, he definitely would have had a partnership with BQ at DQ.
Mm-hmm. Brady Quinn commercial with a blizzard.
He's the one serving it. Yeah, everybody's going there. But I don't know if that goes against his roots.
Just
Ohio,
us. Just us in line. The night before, we're just waiting in line, wrapped around the building.
Oh, are we hopping out of that? Are we?
Yeah. We already kind of did, didn't we?
Yeah, did we keep that? Let's keep that. Let's just go to the emails.
All right.
While you guys think about DQ and BQ and that marketing campaign that we never got, unfortunately.
Whoops.
And teamthesguys@gmail.com. Keep sending them in. Appreciate you. And how perfect, how fitting for this episode. Old Blake. Not a Brady Quinn podcast, but you sure?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Is this like a Brady Quinn podcast? Actually, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What do you think? Didn't expect us to drop that one on you, huh, Clubhouse?
That's crazy, actually, when you think about it. I don't know if we want to have guests on, but our second one's going to be the hottest guy of all time. And the first one, maybe even hotter. Hey, whoa. Hold up. Hide your girl. Micah, hide your girl.
I don't know if you want to have guests on, but our second one may be the president of the United States one day.
Oh, we had the president on our show.
All right, Blake, not a Brady Quinn podcast, but randomly thinking about his EAS protein commercial from back in the day. After watching Never More Motivated to Go Struggle with 135 in 10th grade, I still think about the tagline, quote, now I'm done.
I'm done.
To this day. But I digress. This one will primarily be for Joey as he is in the dad game. My kids are aged 2 and 4. Same. So my son started soccer, school events, trips to the park. I frequently meet and talk to other dads. Usually the convos go something like this. How long have you lived in the area? What do you do for work? Kid stuff. From there, it goes into the stuff I have no interest in talking about, like homeowners associations, how expensive things are, how times have changed. All I'm really interested in, though, is why the cowboy collar hasn't made a comeback, why sleeveless baseball jerseys went away, and how wild the big shorts era was in the NBA. My wife has encouraged me to try and make more friends in the area, but I've tried to explain to her I bleed Clubhouse, and I'm not sure how to see if others are. All my real day ones and college homies live throughout Texas, but nobody really lives in the area anymore. Thanks for any advice. I'll hang up and listen. Sent from my Nokia 3650, where if you accidentally hit the internet button when you were a kid, you would put your family into an economic crisis that may take years to get out from. Pictures attached, too.
Real one.
Joe Exotic. I might never financially recover from this. That meme could be coming back.
Never
was
saw
hot. Was hot 6 years ago. Oh, man. Blake, what an email. I feel you hardcore on all of this because that's, yeah, I mean, talk about shared experiences. That's why people are joining the clubhouse and are here with us each week, week in and week out to talk about the cool shit that you want to talk about. We're all in this shared experience once you become a dad and you're in fatherhood and your kids start getting involved in shit of what you described at the top there. That happens in Indiana, happens in California, happens in Texas, happens everywhere. I actually had a bit about this that I did in California.
Let's hear it.
And I can't remember it off the top of my head exactly.
Running bits on podcasts, that always works.
Yeah. But essentially, yeah, it was just about kind of what you talked about, like what you really want to talk about as opposed to what typically ends
Cowboy
up happening.
collars. No, it's so true. I'm like, why would we ever be talking about this actually? So what are you doing for work? I'm like, shut up, dog. Anything but this.
Yeah, you know what, Blake? Here is my best advice, I think. You can't go seek it. It has to find you. Different people will come into your life at different times for different reasons. So when it happens, you'll know. It'll be a tell. Maybe it won't be at school. Maybe it won't be at the practice field. Maybe it'll be, sometimes like my kid's school does some shit of like a parents' night out type of thing, where like the parents from the school have a local restaurant or bar that like they're supposed to go get together and be able to mingle. I don't see it happening at the school pickup. I don't see it happening at the soccer field, but that is kind of where I do see it happening in an environment like that, to where all of a sudden you have no choice but to let your guard down a little bit, but to dig a little bit deeper than the surface level shit that you talk about in the pickup line or when you're grabbing your kid. That's where I think it'll come from. That's where you'll be able to tell like, Dave Singleton, I like that guy. He was joking about Mark Sanchez. I'm fucking with that guy.
Yeah, Mr. Singleton,
I heard him. Go ahead.
Mr. Singleton's clubhouse, essentially.
Yeah. I heard him I heard him use a line from Goodfellas that nobody else picked up on, but I heard that he slipped it into real conversation. I'm in with that dude. It's got to happen in those kind of ways. You can't like, it's just, there's some things that are just like how life works. 2 + 2 is 4. When you go pick up your kid at school and the other parents, you're just talking about real life bullshit. But when you have the parents' night out, when, maybe your wife's like, oh, the Singletons and the Thompsons from our son's school, they want to get together for like a little triple date night to blah, blah, blah. That's where you're like, all right, after tonight, that's where I'm going to find out where I stand with these guys, truly. Couple beers in. Ooh.
Clubhouse life lessons.
Yep. You can't seek it. it'll find you.
Natural, babe.
And it works for a few different things. In my opinion.
Opinion.
Appreciate, in my opinion, appreciate the email, Blake. I love you, baby, but whoa. Hey, real quick, fat step. Had an Italian, no, not Italian. Yeah, I had an Italian beef sandwich for dinner on Sunday.
I can hear it, bro. Wait, is that like homemade or did you get that from somewhere? Is that a Jersey Mike's joint?
No, it's just a a local spot here in town. Birthday party weekend, dude. Blake probably feels this. Good Lord. Had a birthday party. My son had a birthday party to go to on Saturday at 1 p.m. on Sunday at 2 p.m.
Oh my God.
That was my whole weekend. It was just like waiting to and then going to little kids' birthday parties.
Man, I don't know how you do it, bro, but salute. That's crazy.
There's always, had some cool cookies and some free pizza at the one we went to on Sunday. So that was nice.
That's stats.
All right, let's go to actually, how about this? Let's go to Davis. Don't think we've seen this name pop up before. Davis says Brady Quinn muscle milk commercial. How about that?
Another one?
Sup, Benny and Joey. Love the show. My girlfriend and I were dog sitting this past week. A French bulldog named Layla. I quickly started to call her Lady, Petey Lady. Girlfriend started doing it, and now we're officially a Petey Lady house.
That's so amazing to me. Dude, if girls can get in on that, man, you gotta protect, dude. That she's the one.
Well, that's where Davis goes on to say, I may have to wipe her up after this. Smack my ass while Benny does the Cupid shuffle and Joey gives a speech in his cowherd voice at the wedding. Hey, dude, you send the invite with those requests?
Yeah.
That may be one Ben.
We won't be there. No, I'm just kidding.
That may be one that he accepts. Yeah.
Hi, Petey. Heard a lot about you.
Down, do you dance? Fire song, actually.
He says, P.S. Come to Pittsburgh or Charlotte for a live show. Love to do Pittsburgh and Charlotte. But Pittsburgh, Yeah, that's so insane, man. Just like thinking, that makes me so happy for you that like you're dating this Petey and you're doing something to where like no one's really that excited about dog sitting, but then you have to kind of convince yourself because it's like something different for you and the lady. And you're trying to make anything the best out of it you can. It's like, you're like, oh, well, at least we can like order takeout and we'll like go let the dog out, whatever, But now you have that like common laughing bond that you can have over calling the Layla pit bull dog
Hi,
Petey.
Hi, Petey. We dog sitting Petey this weekend.
Oh my God.
Makes me so happy
What a
for
moment.
you guys.
What a moment.
That's great. From Max.
Petey.
High school run-ins with the cops. Oh boy. Buckle up here because I think this is a little bit of a story time.
Skip.
What up, fellas? Short time, first time. Welcome, Max. You guys got me hooked on the pod recently. I've been listening to a bunch of the old ones. Waiting every Tuesday like a diehard Mac football fan. That's what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, you know what? You just said it. That's why we really do the show on Tuesday is because nothing gets us more excited than Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan.
Little Caesars Pizza football. Let's go.
Anyway, you guys ever had to run from the cops or get busted in high school? When my high school baseball team defeated a crosstown rival in a night game, we all decided to go to the local driving range and get hammered. The entire team went besides maybe one or two guys. While we were drinking and smoking, suddenly we saw flashing lights pulling into the parking lot. We all hauled ass into the woods at the range and just left a pile of beer cans in the grass. The cops trailed us in their cars up to the hill to the other side of the woods, where we naturally ran back down the hill through the woods. There was no escaping, and we played a long waiting game until eventually the cops gave up and we drove away. We sat in the woods the entire time. We decided that was enough for the night and drove to our buddy's house, but one of my friends who was hammered and had just smoked weed for the first time couldn't drive. Thank God one of our other teammates volunteered to drive his car back to our friend's house. We didn't find out until later that the volunteer driver didn't even have his license yet, despite being 18 years old. The only trouble anyone got in was a day later when my teammate, whose truck was in the middle of the beer cans in the grass area, got a call at home from the cops to his parents about what happened. They got his plates. Not to mention this guy was one of the top players in the state and already committed to a good D1 school. His parents didn't care at all. Our whole varsity baseball team was nearly arrested after celebrating a dub, and it is hands down one of the best moments of my life. Slap my ass with a towel tucked into Cam Newton's shoulder pads over his head and call me Jordan Shipley. Sent from LeBron's flip phone that he was flexing at Monday Night Raw in 2003. Thanks, boys. Keep up the good work.
Jordan Shipley. Wow.
Never forget that punt return against
What
Oklahoma.
a year. Vascular forearms. I mean, what? What kind of podcast is this? What kind of podcast is this? Yeah, he put those on, didn't he? After Jordan Shipley did the TC bands on his knees, I was like, man, I got to do that.
Jeff Samardzija had him too.
Top five white guys. Mel's best available white guys. Jeff Mel. Stacy now. Dude. Oh, we have to do that.
See, but Jeff Mail was just like alternate universe Jeff Samardzija to me.
Yeah, you loved him. You're like, hell yeah. Always catching a dig and going for like 60. You're like,
same name, same body type.
Yeah.
TC bands.
All over. Jeff Mail, actually full bands.
That's our next guest, Jeff Mail.
We have to. Jeff Mail. Only Clubhouse knows. Dude, sometimes like I'll Google Jeff Mail and like it's hard to find him sometimes. You're like, damn, it's like that. All right.
I wonder what his LinkedIn is. Yeah.
Mailman.
Dude, I was just thinking. Gus Johnson just fucking, it's the mailman! Delivering another 6!
Punt return against Cal. I saw it.
Okay, story time from Max. That's classic. Yeah, I was gonna say in that situation, that would be what would be going through my head. Is I'm just like, okay, there's gonna be cameras that get something that happened here, and then also there's gonna be something that's in the pile of beer cans that one of us left. That's gonna leak it back to somebody. You know. Fucking weed kid dropped his his Velcro wallet that had his permit in it, and you're like, dude.
Always
then the conversation becomes like, do we go back? And then you're like,
never go back.
Now I'm in a late 90s teenage high school
Can't
movie.
go back, which we all wanted to be in though.
Oh yeah. Did you have any of these?
I kind of run-ins with a dude. I dodged the biggest one in the history of my life. Michael Shepard party. Whoa. Michael Shepard party was everybody knows. Not a local pod, but I feel like everybody had that party.
Oh yeah.
Yo, like the next day at school, just the PA system, just machine gunning names from the party. Come down to the office. Nathan Allen come down. I was like, damn, he's got everybody. Oh, I was like, he was there? Bro, for some reason, I wasn't there. I dropped somebody off there, but I saw it and I was just like, oh my God, that looks so sick. I can't go.
So what'd you end up doing that night? Playing NCAA 07?
I think I was just with nobody, and it was just like I guess I'll call my girlfriend night. Just talk on the phone, stay out of trouble. She was probably there later. Damn it.
Going back to Mel's best underrated nights, could throw that one in there too. Like night when your good angel conscious comes through and you don't have any anxiety.
Oh, that next day. And all my friends were getting got at school. And I was just like, this is crazy that I'm not guilty. Like, finally, I have a little bit of confidence. Like, at lunch, like, all the teachers were, like, looking at everybody except for me. I was like, this is amazing. It's really because my mom was probably just like, you're not doing anything tonight. And I probably begged her, and she's probably just like, no. Okay.
Amy coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was lucky I didn't have too much either. And I was never, my dad, one thing that my dad always told me when I was of that age and coming up through high school and college. Yeah, he was a realist about everything. He wasn't one of those parents. Neither of my parents were like those parents that were just like, oh, you're not going to do anything because you're not 21 and you're not going to, they weren't like that, And so my dad would be like, look, if you ever find yourself in a situation like that, two things. One, don't run. It's like, it's going to piss the cops off even more. You're going to get in even more trouble.
Wow.
Don't run.
Real.
He says, just stay there, own up to it, like cooperate with them. And things will typically work out better. He's like, two, just give me a call. Like, those are kind of the two things. There's like, don't run. It's just going to make it worse. And even if you're in a situation that like the cops aren't there yet or something, that just like, you have my number and like, well, I'll get you out of a situation. Not like in terms of like, he's not like a city councilman that he's going to like, but he's just saying like, I will, if it's 1:30 in the morning and you're caught in a stupid 17-year-old situation, you might be in trouble, but like, I'll come help you, So like I always had that. So even in spots, I was always just like, okay, like I'm not going to compound this even more and be an idiot,
Cuts to you just booking it down a weird side road in socks, calling me, bro, where you at, dude? Where you at? Stepping on glass and stuff. Just running so fast when you're like kind of drunk. Never been faster.
Yeah, just like on just like
on speaker. Yeah, bro. Hey, I see Gray Road. I see the sign.
I was about to say on Banta, and you're like, well, where the fuck are you? And I'm like, 80 Sports Park. 80 Sports Park's in sight. I'm about to train track.
I see Indy Sports Park. No street names, just landmarks. I'm by the Pizza King. Not a local pod.
Oh man. Hey, yeah. I'm like on Banta. I'm like, oh, Banta. All of a sudden, Joe King on a moped.
Get on the back. Let's go. He would like save you though on some shit. Like, how'd you even know I was here? Just had a feeling. Hey, want a pouch? Something like that.
You're like, thank God.
You'd be like, hell yeah, dude.
Never wanted one more in my life. Now it's about to be a great night. I don't know what's happening back there, but jeez. Go to another party.
Gets busted.
Not a reminiscent pod.
Not a Mr. Punarelli podcast. Mr. Punarelli still has my phone tapped, I think. I'm like, he knows what I'm doing right now. Bro's got my location.
Oh, dude, I took the dean of students, Mr. Punarelli. I took his car to homecoming.
How? Why?
We were tight.
He kind of had that though.
Yeah, he had a Lincoln. He had like an old school Lincoln with like leather seats, like bench seats and shit.
Yeah.
And so really what it was is just like me and my other friends.
So who?
I mean, we were tight with them, and it was kind of just like a bit. We always like kind of joked about Coach Pun and his Lincoln. And
so you pull up in that?
Yeah.
Did you
so
tell him?
I was like, no, I did. Yeah. Cause I was like, I think I was asked Coach P if I could take it.
He surprised
and he was
him.
like, I think he was like a little confused, And I was like, yeah. But that's kind of going back to Max's story. It's like homecoming night,
so
you're just
crazy,
like, damn,
bro.
what do I leave in the backseat of the dean of fucking students' car?
Wild move. We used to make fun of that car so much. Because it was so squeaky. He would pull up to like practice by the baseball field and we'd be like, why is Coach Pun driving a pirate ship today? We'd all do it. I was like, yo.
Oh, shit. I did have one time, though, the closest time that I got, and this was after high school, actually. But it's that weird phase where, like, you're after high school, you're not 21. I didn't do a fake ID. I wasn't a fake ID guy. I don't think you were a fake ID guy either.
No, bro. Yeah, I never even wanted an ID. I was like, let me just go to house party. I hated doing that. Yeah, I've had a fake ID since I was 16. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, fun. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm on Peter Malloy's island banging fucking Bugatti with Ben Polizzi.
Yeah,
having way more fun.
Just playing PS2 while you're at a weird bar, but okay.
But it's that in between time where it's like, yeah, you don't, you don't ever really know what to do. You don't really have a lot of options, whatever. But their parents were gone on summer vacation. So me and a crew of people were going over there. And it was just one of those where like, oh, dude. Yeah, I remember we parked. And of course, you like parked down the road a little bit, because you don't want their house was in a cul-de-sac.
Park at the church.
Right. And so you don't want to park in the circle.
Sus.
You didn't have a whole bunch that's obvious, right? So here we are. I think we're geniuses parking down the road. And what's more obvious? When you're parking in front of a random house, 4 guys get out of a car and go walk. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
so we do that.
Trouble. Tall guy too.
Oh, dude, I had like 3 tall. I was the shortest one. I'm like, the fuck. And so we get out of the car, and a guy across the street. It's like this, just like midlife crisis type looking dude wearing like long baggy shorts, flip flops, and he was wearing flip flops. No, it wasn't even like flip. It was like those thong ones, right? You just think of like the suburban guy that's probably like 43 and is just a real buzzkill. And he's standing out in his driveway right across the street, and he's writing something down on a notepad. And my buddy kind of stops us and like looks over it across the street, and we can look over there, and he's like, "Can I help you?" And the guy's like, "Well, I mean, I know what's going on here." And we're like, "What are you talking about?" He's just like, "Yeah, I'm just like taking down information because, I know where this is heading." And we're like, "Okay, so he's taking down the license plate, I guess, or something."
I would die.
So we were like, "Should we go?" I don't know. And one of my friends, of course, was just like, "Fuck that motherfucker, we're going." And you're like, "Okay."
Andy Ward.
and so like we go and we go in. We already have a weird feeling about it. It's one of those places where you walk in and like, there's less people there than you think is going to be there.
Damn it.
But then all those people are already drunk, and you're like, this is okay. What's going on? So then we walk down to the basement, and I mean, we're there for probably no longer than 8 minutes in the basement. All of a sudden, you just hear doo, 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 upstairs. And you're like, oh God. Somebody comes downstairs. It's like, I think the cops are here. Doo, 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 doo. Open up. The smart chick in the room is like, they don't have a warrant. They can't come in. They don't have a warrant. I'm like, okay, really, we're going to pull that card? Like, what do you think they're going to do? Right, exactly. So, of course, they make their way in. All right, they file us all upstairs. Me and my friends are like, I mean, we think we're pretty good because, like, we're not drunk, like, this isn't our house. We're not drunk. And so the cops pulled, the whole, like, intimidation thing. Sit down on the curb. So we're all in the cul-de-sac, like, sitting down on the curb, waiting our turn to, like, blow in the breathalyzer. But we were all like, we're going to be good because we just showed up here.
Uh-huh.
And, I mean, that was essentially the end of it. Is like, again, there was people at that party, though, who ran out the back door. And those cops were pissed. And they were out on the prowl looking for him. And I was just like, I just got here. Hey, I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I'll sit on the curb. Well, whatever.
Would have been me all day running.
Yeah, I pegged you as a runner. Either you're not showing up, or if they come, you run.
I'd go right into the bathroom and get out of the bathroom window. See ya. See ya. Into the night. I'd leave something at the party, though. They'd find it. School ID. UND ID. Me like this. Every picture ever of me.
Hell yeah, man. Had to show off those fucking neck press.
Just trying to be taller.
All right, let's go to Andy. And he says Joe King moped stunt show on DVD. What's up, Clubhouse? Long time, second time. I was back in Indy this weekend for a visit. It had been a while, so I took a little drive around the south side, went through a few neighborhoods. happened to go past the house of a girl I dated in high school's old home, which got me thinking of a
Happened
few
to go
things.
past it. All right.
Yeah, you just found your way over there. Yeah, that's
Whoa,
funny.
look.
It's just been routine. Few things that might have been hunty that I did when we were together. I always took the trash out for her mom when I was over, even opened the pool for them that summer. Do you guys remember any hunty things you did because of girls you dated in high school? Not a high school relationship pod. That might have been a little high school hunty. Love being part of the clubhouse and looking forward to it every Tuesday. Slapped my ass with the CD I burned while I was on AIM chatting with Jesse Cat 86 back in 2004. Sent for my Motorola E98.
The real
awesome.
AIM names. In
Telling
the
you.
YouTube comments, put your crush's AIM name because I know you know it.
Hey, I guarantee this will be 82% of them. Girl's name, animals they
Cheer
were obsessed
baby.
with when they were 7th grade.
Cheer baby.
Rachel Horse Chick.
Yeah, that is like the template. Or it's like the three, your like high school abbreviation, cheer, then a number.
Yeah.
V-ball,
Or-
then a number. High school, sport, number. Or chick or babe. RHS cheer, baby. 19.
It's too good. Yeah.
Put it in there.
Um,
Comments. Hunty stuff I did, probably everything. I mean, half of like that's a big part of being a high school boyfriend. Like you got to like really win over the parents. That's what I thought anyway. I'm like, this is half the battle to like get your parents to like me because, Lord, I'm a total piece of shit.
Yeah, but you had it easy. You were the fucking running back, you know. You
Doesn't
were
matter.
the dad was like excited to talk to you. The mom was like, "Ooh, my daughter's
What was
taking the running
I-
back."
What was I even saying? Power toss right. Just talking to him like this.
Sup,
It's good.
Jordan shorts, Jordan slides too.
Ankle socks, lanyard, Oklahoma lanyard. No reason at all.
And one cut off.
Yeah.
He's
So you
like
in the gym or yeah, dude, breath smells so bad. Breath smells like straight up smearing off.
Dad's like, this asshole. God
For
dang it.
sure. And I worked for a high school girlfriend's dad. So I was like in there and like her grandpa too. So I was like good with them. Like they like couldn't wait to come to the first like our first football game. And I was like, oh, I think I want them. Like I want them over. Like their grandpa's coming to the game because of me. Cause I
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Hunty.
What was the job? Landscaping?
no, God, I wish, man. That's all I've wanted to do my whole life is just be a landscaper. No, I worked at a fruit stand. Pretty lit.
Get some good deals. Get some
Cutting
good
pineapples.
mangoes.
No, I
and
had
shit.
no idea what I was doing. Like the prices and stuff, I was like, no clue, bro. But I can cut some pineapple now.
Nice
Ate a
dice.
lot.
Nice cubed pineapple.
Oh yeah. No rings, babe. This ain't Lori
Hell yeah.
Molinero's kitchen. we're slicing and dicing. Bags of cherries, bro. I was eating all the product. I ate a whole bag of cherries one day. Whoa.
Mouth,
tough ride home.
What's up?
No,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of rumbling going on.
I remember one time a girl had a nephew that was like 6, 5 or 6 or something. One of those that's like super close, like super close to the nephew. Like the nephew's there all the time. It's like
Oh,
basically
okay.
like her, like, it wasn't just
Brother.
like, yeah, I see him on the holidays. It's like, oh, this kid's like around.
This kid's a problem.
And I don't know. He was like starting Little League or like T-ball or some shit. And so one day I like took him with like a bucket of balls and a bat to like a local field to, give him some pointers,
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
My boyfriend's varsity for like our baseball team.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that went well. I remember vividly that was like I was
you
wanting
with
to
a
be,
waffle shirt on and baseball hair with a hat. All right, so you want to step? Yeah, right.
Kid wasn't listening. Kid wasn't listening to shit, man. Wasn't listening to shit. And I remember two things. I remember at one point after like 8 minutes, I was kind of like, all right, just do whatever you want. Like, go chase the balls. Like, we'll be here for a little bit and then we'll go back. But I made an earnest effort for, like the first 10 to 15 minutes, actually, you know, I was like, all right, man. Yeah. So like, we'll start, we'll do on the tee and, you know, you just, like you said, like, you know, good knees bend and all that just simple shit. But he just wasn't into it or cared or having it, but I made the honest effort. And then the second thing is I always knew and like, I wanted to be a dad my whole life. But that was the first time that I was like, is that what fatherhood is going to be like? Because that was tough.
Because that kid sucks.
I was like, man, that is a lot of patience.
Whoa, high school, you got no patience. You're teaching a kid how to square up? Yeah, I don't know about that.
And then luckily I became a dad and it's not... I mean, it is like that in some ways, but it's not like that at all.
My kid's not a piece of shit, so. You're trying to teach him all like the cool shit. You're like, so this is the Gary Sheffield.
Yeah.
And if you connect at all, you do the Sammy Sosa hop out of there.
Right.
Just total bad habit.
In between each pitch, these are batting gloves, and you're going to do the Nomar Garciaparra routine. Mm-hmm. And then you get into the bat wagon.
Yep. And then you get down like Jeff Bagwell, too. So you'll be down here. Dude, kid gets up to bat in the game. All the parents are like, what the hell? You're standing up in a Michael Myers mask and costume. Let's go, baby! That's my boy! In front of his dad.
Oh, by the way, I'm glad you said that. Get a citizen's alert. The Culver's on East Street, guy dressed in full Michael Myers costume standing outside.
You're like, man, are you in town?
No, David Heckman literally texted and goes, is this Polizzi?
Dude, that's so hard, bro. Screenshot that. I
said, fuck, man, I wish it was me.
What a lucky guy. That's the hardest shit I've ever heard. Outside of where? Where was it? Culver's?
Culver's on East Street.
Just want to get a Butterburger. What up?
But I mean, to be fair, it's like part of town that you're like, that actually might be a problem.
Wow. Damn. If you were working there.
Yeah, you're a little
it's your
like,
worst
hey,
nightmare.
Can we get a cop in the parking lot, maybe? Okay.
How'd he die? Late shift at Culver's. Stabbed to death by Michael Myers. All right.
Okay. Yeah, see, you got a 17-year-old working a bump job at Culver's. They're afraid of Michael Myers. Michael Myers can't run a 40-yard dash in 17 seconds. What else? I should show you Shane.
For you Dockage heads. Hey, Dan Dockage followed me on Instagram. I'm like, we're doing something now.
Oh,
we're doing something.
Hey, next guest.
Bro, can you imagine if he said anything that we like? If he said, "Oh, can you just like take us? Can you just take us to break real quick? We'll be back." Dude, our next soundbite, my ass. Not bad for a fat guy.
Fat guy.
Ass. Next guest, Double D.
That's insane. All right, from Shane. Fellas, long time. Flying to NYC on August 31st. Whoa! Only to fly out again to Europe the very next day for my honeymoon of all the days. Oh shit! No, he's there on August 31st. Right. He's flying to Europe on his honeymoon. Wonder how Petey Lady Wonder how Beady Lady would react if I told her we're pushing the flight back a day so we can go to these guys live. Since there's no chance of that happening, hope to somehow see you on the 31st if you'll be in town then. Probably. We'll hit you up.
Maybe.
Anywho, when I was listening to your recent segment on Cam's Scataboo and he started talking about his dad calling out Cam's buddies when they were growing up, telling them to get in on the horseplay and calling them pussies, I couldn't help but immediately think of Dan Campbell. Makes me wonder, Dan Campbell, Mr. Scataboo? Wow.
Nice
Also,
guess.
Scataboo brothers and the Bosa brothers, same people? Lastly, I'll leave you with a few rapid-fire AFC, NFC. Heath Ledger, Joker, AFC. Tom Hardy, Bane, NFC. Michael Myers, AFC. Jason Voorhees, NFC.
Damn.
Daddy's on air! AFC. Station about this? NFC.
Mm-hmm.
My ass will be back. AFC. They don't know! NFC.
It is. That Michael Myers Jason one, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know enough about Jason Voorhees, but Michael Myers is
so navy blue.
Michael Myers is at Lambeau Field, dog.
Bro, and he's not saying anything? That's NFC. He's never said a word. And he's wearing navy blue. It's the most NFC shit I've ever heard in my life. Jason know about this?
Michael Myers, there's 18 Michael Myers outside of Soldier Field on December 27th.
Yeah.
And it's 13 degrees. And they're all standing around a tailgate, getting ready. Nobody blinks an eye.
Nah. So NFC. But the other ones, yeah.
Yeah.
You're locked in. You get it. Gets the shot.
Damn, Dan Campbell, yeah. I don't know if Dan Campbell would be Scataboo's dad, but Dan Campbell is an interesting archetype in the high school these guys world.
Mm-hmm. Love him.
Dan Campbell, I think, he's like the associate head coach and the gym teacher, but he's like a cool one. He's like one that like you're in a pinch and somebody throws out like, should we just call Coach Campbell to see if he can help us? And you're like,
he'd like be in a video for history class or something. Like
you're like, I think he would, but like, should we do that? You know?
I don't know. Yeah. And you don't, but then you tell him next day at school and he's like, I would have been down. I would have been
yeah.
You're like, damn it.
Yeah.
Anytime
like,
you need me.
Yeah, right. Or like he's, you've been over to his house for like film study and his wife like makes you guys meals. And then like you're in that neighborhood one time, like at a party and you're like, and things go awry kind of. You're like, should we go knock on Coach Cam's door, man? Like, I think he would take us in,
Should we
But
call
dude,
DC?
no, that'd be bad. He'll tell the coach, like he'll tell Hurricane and like it'll just be and like I don't know, like I think there's a line there that you can't cross, but then like you kind of open up to him about it. He's just like, hey, anytime, man, you need me anytime. And you're like, fuck. Thank you, coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's kind of like that. That's his archetype. That's how I see him.
God, I wish DC was my dad so bad. What a figure, What a father figure.
He is. He's awesome. Scataboo's just the Bosas.
Pretty much. Does Scataboo have brothers, or we just make that up?
I don't know. See, I think in this situation, it's like kind of like Jurassic Park. Like I think the Bosas are the T-Rexes and the big old boys like that. So there's few of them, but they're big and they're intimidating. But then the Scataboos is like this gang of velociraptors that are just off the wall. Like if they team up together on one Bosa, they could probably take him down.
Mm-hmm. Powerful.
It's a different contrasting thing where you're like, oh man, you get these guys in the same room. They're different, but like some shit's going to go down.
Cam Scataboo, older brother, Leo Scataboo, fullback at Bowling Green. All I needed to hear.
Scatterboo Bowling Green jersey.
Are you serious? Number 4. Oh my God, Scatterboo on the back.
People be like, "Yo, did he transfer from there?" You're like, "No,
Don't worry about it.
this is Leo."
Scatterboo Bowling Green jersey. Excuse me?
Hello.
Mac
All right.
football.
What a show.
They're always
Appreciate you
talking about
guys.
Ohio.
Appreciate you guys. Keep filling the inbox. teamtheseguys@gmail.com. Love hearing from you guys. Love having you part of the show. Buy your tickets to Gramercy Theater. Make the travel plans. Come out and see us do exactly this. What we've done for this long. What we do every single week. Me and Benny up on stage doing this show and interacting with you guys and engaging with you guys. I hate engaging. Interacting, having fun, fucking bullshitting is what
Open
what it
floor
really
plan
means.
show. You say whatever you want, baby. We're just up here. We're for the boys.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good time. It's a party.
That's September 1st at Gramercy Theater in New York City. Get your tickets everywhere. You follow us, link below the show. You know the deal. See you there. These guys LOL on Instagram. Keep putting out the clippies out there. And Brady Quinn. Shout out to him. I mean, football's here, and we're going to be watching him every week on Fox Big Noon Kickoff. And now you're just going to be thinking about robust breasts and Brady Quinn's face. And it's great.
Nothing's ever changed for me since 8th grade. Those two things. BQ.
Yeah. Appreciate him. Appreciate you guys. And looking forward to telling you guys about my Odyssey experience hopefully next week.
Whoa.
And talking to Dan Dockage or something.
Next guest? What? Leo Scatterboo? Next guest? What? It's great.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you.
Appreciate
See
you.
ya. Get your tickies.
Darius Walker.
Autry Dempson. Whoa. Notre Dame, dude. Notre
Getting
Dame.
crazy.
Notre Dame. What? Did I even say it right? I don't know.
Not a Notre Dame podcast.
No, it never was.
These guys.